I'm so excited about the recently announced Final Fantasy VII remake that it's like I'm floating on a cloud. Hey young ones, and welcome to a new installment of Weekend Wankshop here with your good pal, Uncle Ben, the only weekly lick lesson series hosted by a guy with 3 golden chocobos in his stable. As I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, this year at E3, Square Enix announced that they'll be doing a Final Fantasy VII remake for PlayStation 4, which has me absolutely stoked because that's maybe my all-time favorite game. I'll never forget whenever it came out, my buddy Josh Rogers and I got together every day over my house and played through that game like, 5 and 6 hours at a time, just every day that entire summer. Really cool. So I got a lot of cool memories of that game too, so very excited about this remake. Unfortunately, that means that I'm gonna have to buy a PlayStation 4, which means dipping into the money that I've set aside for Marlene's schooling. And of course, as anybody who's played the game can tell you, one of the best features of it is the super memorable soundtrack by Nobuo Uematsu, who I'm sure I'm butchering his name with my ridiculous southern accent. But his soundtrack is totally one of the highlights of the game, even though it's like simple MIDI soundtrack as opposed to like a full orchestral thing like you'd find on a lot of games now. It doesn't make the songs any less memorable. Like I can hear 2 seconds of any of those songs and instantly remember, what part of the game that takes place in, or what character's theme that is, or whatever. He's an absolute genius, wrote some really great music for that game. One of the coolest parts of the soundtrack is the Genova boss battle theme with those cool descending arpeggios and stuff, so I thought that I would try to come up with a lick that utilizes those, share it with you guys, that way you can absorb it into your enemy skill materia and blast somebody full on in the face with it. But of course, before we begin, let's hear that lick again at cactar speed. As always, you can find a full tab for this week's lick on my Instagram page. Head over to Ben Eller Guitars, find the tab for the lick, learn how to play it, upload a video of you playing it, along with the hashtag Weekend Wankshop. That way I can see how you're leveling up on those shredding skills. Alright, so here's what's up with them there arpeggios. So in the original Genova theme, it goes from like a B-flat major 7 sound to a D-flat major 7, really jazzy sounding. I moved this down a half step so that we're going from an A major 7 to C major 7 sound with those 2 arpeggios, and then back to A major 7 again there at the end. Really cool, really jazzy sound. I always like that kind of tonality like that. Now, of course, if you were using this lick, you'd need to play it over something that follows those chords, which are kind of uncommon. It wouldn't make any sense to play like that C major 7 arpeggio over an A major 7 kind of sound. That'd be as stupid as like connecting an all materia to another all materia. So the notes in those 2 chords are like this. The A major 7 has root, 3rd, 5th, 7th of the A major scale. So that gives us A, C sharp, E, G sharp. And then for the C major 7 arpeggio, it's 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th of the C major scale. So that's C, E, G, B. And we're going to play those descending down, starting off here at the 17th position on the high E string. What's cool about this lick too is since it's the same arpeggio but taking place on all the different sets of strings of the guitar, it kind of shows you how one arpeggio shape or set of intervals or what have you will kind of morph depending on what strings you're on because of the tuning of our instrument, But it's the same arpeggio, just played in several octaves. Pretty simple to play. So here's what's up. We're going to start off here on the 17th fret on the high E string. That's our root note. Again, we're going to go A major 7 twice, C major 7 twice, and then back to A major 7. So the first A major 7 arpeggio starts on the root, which is A, 17th fret, high E. What you're going to do is to play that, and then fret 16, that's the G sharp, the 7 of the chord. You're going to play fret number 17 on the B string here. It's our 5, which is E. Then we're going to play fret number 18 on the G string, which is our 3rd, C sharp. It's all based around that formula right there, 1, 7, 5, 3. After this, what you're going to do is to play the exact same thing, but down an octave. So if you're looking to kind of visualize this right here, think about this. You started off here, right? 17th high E. So the next arpeggio will take place an octave below that, 14th fret G string. It's an A note, just an octave lower. So that's where the next arpeggio starts. Same formula, again, it's going to be 1, 7, 5, 3. So we're going to play the 14th fret G, 13th fret G, 14th fret D, and then the 16th fret A. So now we got the first 2 octaves of this completed. Now at this point is where it's going to shift to our C major 7 sound. And again, same formula and stuff. It's all going to go 1, 7, 5, 3. We're going to start at this C note now. So the B string here on fret number 13. There's a C note. So we're going to play that guy, 12th B, 12th G, 14th D. And again, that's still the same set of intervals, but it feels different than what we started with just because of the group of strings that we're playing on. I always say to my students, it's super important to learn the tuning of the guitar really, really well and learn how and why shapes will kind of change depending on what set of strings you're on, you know? Okay, so there's our first C major 7 arpeggio. And then again, kind of like what we did a second ago, I'm going to play the same lick but an octave lower. So instead of starting on this C note, we're going to start on this C note now. So the 10th fret D string. Same formula here. We're going to play 10th D, 9th D, 10th A, 12th low E. So now so far we've got A major 7, A major 7, C major 7, C major 7. Now we're off to play another couple of A major 7s here. We're going to start from this A this time. So this is going to be the 10th fret on the B string. Big string jump over there with the pick. But play it the same way you played this C major 7. So we're going to play 10th B, 9th B, 9th G, 11th D. And just like we've been doing this whole lick, next we're going to start an octave lower. So here's where we started the last one. Here's where we're starting the next one. So I start this on the 7th fret D string. Got to play 7th D, 6th D, 7th A, 9th E, and then down to the 5th fret low E for the root note right there, A. And then that chord that I hit, which is kind of whatever. It's like a C major, or sorry, A major 7. I had 9. I'm playing this right like this. I've got the low E string here, fret 5, muting the A, 6th fret D string, 7th fret, or sorry, 6th fret G string, open B, open high E. A lovely romantic sound. Now as for the picking on this lick, it seems like it would be really tough to make all these string changes and stuff like that, but don't worry. There's a golden shiny wire of hope. How you're going to pick each one of these arpeggios is really simple. Down, up, up, up. That's it. Down, up, up, up. And the great thing is like right now, that kind of puts us above the G string, right? Cool. The next arpeggio starts on the G string. Down, up, up, up. 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 Down. So again, every one of those arpeggios, just treat them the same way. Down, up, up, up. Now as for some of those big, brutal string changes, like how on that one we go from the low E to the B string, the real secret is whenever you make that last upstroke happen, you've got to kind of pull away from the face of the guitar, you know? So you can see as I'm coming off of that low E string, watch how my picking hand will kind of go away from the face of the guitar. See how it traveled out? See, if I just went straight up, it would be that much harder to leap that extra string's worth of space to get to the B string here for that A major 7. So be sure as you kind of finish that last note out that the pick kind of pops away from the face of the guitar. Play the whole thing, you'll see what I mean. I'll go kind of slow and exaggerate the motions here a little bit. You want more tips about picking and stuff? The best thing I can recommend to you, super, super important, go watch Cracking the Code by Troy Grady. The best picking videos of all time ever made. Cracking the Code, Troy Grady. Watch that shit. So there you go, kids. Another sick lick that sounds more expensive than it really is. So now you can take that leftover change you got and head over to the Golden Saucer and have some fun. Treat yourself. Thank you guys again for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to get this lick up to Omni/Speed make a video of you playing it, upload it to Instagram along with the hashtag WeekendWankshop. And be sure to drop me an email about booking some one-on-one Skype lessons with Uncle Ben. BenEllerGuitars@gmail.com. I guarantee at least double, sometimes triple growth for all your scales, modes, and theory materia. Big thanks to Square Enix for finally making the game that people have been asking for years. And thank you guys again so much for watching. Practice that lick, then go unwind a little while behind the Chocobo stables. Line up a bowl of silkiest greens with chocobility. Have a good week now. Goodbye!